When I say the word prodigy, what exactly comes to your mind? Well, if you take a look at the Oxford English Dictionary definition of prodigy, a prodigy is a person with exceptional qualities or abilities, especially a precociously talented child. When you think about a prodigy, you might think about examples in the world of the arts. For example, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, one of the most famous composers of all time, showed his affinity for music at an extremely young age. You might also be thinking in more of the competitive realm, maybe a game of the mind like chess. Here, Magnus Carlsen was awarded the title of Grand Master, the highest title you can achieve in chess, at the age of 13 years old, and went on to become the greatest chess player of all time, and still is to this day. Well, after 17 years, the game of chess has evolved, and we just had the record broken for the youngest Grandmaster of all time with Abhimanyu Mishra, who was awarded the Grandmaster title at the age of 12, nearly exactly 1 year younger than when Magnus Carlsen received his title. If he goes on to become the best player in the world, time will have to tell. But in the world of Street Fighter, you might be thinking of some examples of prodigies as well. Of course, there's Noah the Prodigy, who literally has prodigy in the name. He is currently a young adult competing in the world of Street Fighter and is one of the best Street Fighter VI players to represent the United States of America, and had a really amazing performance this year at the Esports World Cup as the highest placing American, placing, I believe, 9th in that extremely stacked tournament with, hundreds of thousands of dollars in prizing. But if you didn't know, Noah was actually literally a prodigy. Here he is at 8 years old competing at EVO 2011 in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. In this tournament with over 1,000 entrants, we saw Noah, the prodigy, place top 48, which is a remarkable achievement at any age, but to do it at 8 was unheard of. You might also be thinking of other examples, such as maybe Punk to God. People know him today as the EVO Street Fighter VI 2024 champion, but at one point, he was unknown in the world of Street Fighter V, even though he went on to become the most winningest Street Fighter V player of all time. His meteoric rise to success in Street Fighter V began in late Season 1, 2016, at the NA Regional Finals, where he took third place over many top household names in the world of Street Fighter at just 18 years old. But I think the title of prodigy in the world of Street Fighter has to be reserved to one Ending Walker. For you see, Ending Walker, at the age of 16, won UFA 2022. This tournament was the first international major event we had post-COVID, with players such as Punk, Angry Bird, and all sorts of the top European scene attending. It was the most stacked tournament we had for years at this point since COVID in 2020. And the champion was 16-year-old Ending Walker from the UK. He also went on then to qualify for Capcom Cup, becoming the youngest player to qualify for Capcom Cup ever, and even placed 4th place. And by the end of Street Fighter V, it was clear that Ending Walker was one of the strongest players in the world at the age of 16. But the game of Street Fighter is also evolving, and records are meant to be broken, and this record was just shattered today at the time of this recording, because we now have a new youngest qualifier into Capcom Cup with Blaz from Chile. Here we have the post from Black Esports. Our young 15-year-old player, Derek Blaz, has qualified for Capcom Cup XI of Street Fighter VI, and he will be competing in Japan for the right to earn $1 million. And he didn't do this just in a one-off tournament. No, Blaz dominated the South America East region in the World Warrior Circuit, where he qualified out of the auto qualifier in points, and he didn't do it just by the skin of his teeth. No, he did it by winning not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 regional final tournaments, first places across the board. So this is the story of how we have a new prodigy in the world of Street Fighter, Blaz, and we're going to look at his gameplay and exactly how he qualified for Capcom Cup. So you see, his story actually begins even before this season, though. Black Esports here actually had this post in 2022 highlighting his achievements in Street Fighter V. So this post, it's a whole 2-minute long montage of gameplay of Blaz playing Ryu in Street Fighter V, and I just want to highlight exactly this one sequence here. Gets the crush counter sweep on the Gal, Tatsu's out of the corner, towards heavy punch, frame trap, gets the knockdown. Come on, wait, did you see this? Remember, this is him at, 13 years old? 12 years old. This is 12 years old at the time of this gameplay montage. He gets this knockdown with the Ryu V-trigger sequence, gets in his grill, walks back, shimmies with a heavy Shoryuken. That is a grown man shimmy attempt right there. So as he secures the stun here, he goes ahead and cashes out with the combo. Nice feature extension, double DP. Boom. That was optimal damage, optimal shimmy to stun, confirm right there. So already showing a ton of promise at the age of 12 is Blaz. But moving on into Street Fighter VI, a new era, a new game with new opportunities. Here, even Capcom Fighters highlights his Blaz in Season 1 of Street Fighter VI. At the age of 13, Derek Blaz is looking to make top 8. This is the CPT premiere for South America West, which Chile was a region that was actually participating in this tournament. Here he's playing Ken, whiffs the Sand MK, gets the perfect parry in return from Padalana. Rocket Jury, he goes for the DI reset, but Blaz, he's young, man. He's 13 years old at the time. He is getting those DI reactions, full combo conversion into the side swap, and then cashes out with the level 1 to secure that round. Now, as far as this actual CPT premiere goes, Blaz actually does manage to even crack top 8, but doesn't end up qualifying for Capcom Cup here. 13 years old, top 8 at a CPT Online premiere. That is a huge accomplishment. But from this tournament, Dookie out of Argentina qualifies with his JP to Capcom Cup. And then over the course of the rest of the CPT season for 2023, he does partake in the World Warrior events and actually cracks top 3 a number of times. So it ends up in a respectable 10th place for the region with 75 points. And out of this one with the regional finals, Shaka 22, also out of Argentina, ends up actually qualifying for Capcom Cup. And so those two players end up being the representatives for this region. Now, come Street Fighter VI Season 2, it's a new season, new patch, and new characters. And, you know, Blaz might be doing a little bit of maturing of the game, because you see here from Black Esports, his sponsor here, highlighting Derek Blaz 11, legend with Ed, 100 wins in a row. That is a 100 win streak in online ranked. And he also is at 2,154 MR. That is absurd. That is an absurdly high rank online. And he might be 14 years old at this time. You know, at the time of the CPT event, he was only 12, I think, turning 13. So still extremely young. And then winning this much online. I think the rest of the competitors in the region knew that they might be facing a different beast come World Warrior time. But now it's actually time for the CPT World Warrior 2024 season. And we have introducing the De La Calle Tournament Series run by UAFG, Union Argentina de Fighting Games, giving you my guys' best premium Spanglish here. They are running the World Warrior Series, and it's time to see how Blaz can now perform with this newly minted Ed. And he actually ends up dropping to losers early on to Dookie's Rashid, but meets up with him again in losers finals. And here we have them 2-2, last game, last round. Blaz trying to get the offensive pressure started, gets the throw, but put himself in a low drive meter situation where Dookie takes advantage of that with the heavy punch confirmed to level 2. Puts him in a situation where he can't risk the parry or go in burnout, so he eats the empty jump low. Drive rush side swap to bait out a reversal, but he gets the back throw instead, does Dookie, and the delayed overhead catches Blaz off guard. The enhanced OD mixer, Arabian Cyclone extension will secure the round and the set, and Dookie takes it over Blaz in the World Warrior #1 South America East, and Blaz ends up in a respectable 3rd place to start the season. But enter World Warrior South America East #2. This time, Blaz actually ends up losing in pools to Lito 94. He then goes on to win 6 sets straight, including beating Lito 94 3-0 in the run back, to then meet up with Dookie in the grand finals. And this is how that goes. After resetting the bracket 3-0 to get revenge from the last time they played, Blaz finds himself at set point again, 2 games up over Dookie.
Out of his mind.
1 round away from taking his first World Warrior. Gets the charge flicker, gets the high extension, baits out the level 1 reversal, drive rush in for the combo punish, full drive rush extension here. Burns the level 2 after the medium blitz extension, optimal conversion with Ed. Cashes all the way out, secures the round, and Blaz, at 15 years old, takes his first World Warrior tournament in Street Fighter VI in the South America East region. But, of course, he's not done there yet. Here comes World Warrior #3, and now Blaz is the guy to beat. I don't even want to say man. He's the young player to beat here. Here he is in, winners finals here against Shaka, one of the previous qualifiers for Capcom Cup out of this region, and shows off a bit of his style along with his skill here. Here he is in burnout, nearly about to get chipped, finds the jump to stay alive and escape the burnout. Shaka In burnout, no super meter to his name, just has to hold this pressure. Blocks the instant overhead, chases him down with the air-to-air. Gets the guaranteed stun at that point. Fully charged combo starter. Medium blitz again, level 2. I love his optimization with the level 2. And secures the round with the DP. Showing his clutch ability right there, staying alive in the winners finals. He ends up going on to grand finals, winner's side. This time, Dookie meets him there again. And here he is on set point, up 2-0 again over Dookie in the winner's side of this. Playing defense here, gets sniped by the portal in the corner right now. But he waits for the moment. Stand heavy kick anti-air. He saw the teleport through the second portal. Gets a stand heavy kick to the charge flicker to get the combo pickup. Combos into the level 3. And Blaz takes his second World Warrior event by winning World Warrior number 3 in South America East over Dookie again. I think he's gotten his revenge at this point in time. But he's not done yet, because enter World Warrior South America East number 4. And this time, Blaz is really looking to rack up his points. He's made a good case for himself to potentially take the auto-qualifying spot, because once again, this is a super premier region. If you end the season with the most points out of all 5 tournaments, you automatically qualify for the Capcom Cup. So he's definitely taking this very seriously here, not resting on his laurels. Here he is going up against his fellow teammate Krame here in winners finals in the Ed Ken matchup. Parries the DI attempt, working his way out of the corner, gets the back throw while Krame is in burnout. I love this little fake stand light kick to fake out the meaty DI before actually going for it to cash out on the stun. And this is just rude. Spends all the drive meter for the drive rush jab extensions just to style on his fellow teammate here before finally confirming into the CA to secure the set and take him into grand finals winner's side. And in grand finals winner's side, what does he do? Well, he goes up against Krame again. His teammate meets him in the grand finals. This time Krame going with the Ryu against Blaz's Ed. Blaz on tournament points, 2-1 here against Krame. Defending out of the corner, techs the throw that Krame sets up. Doesn't fall for the whiffed Hashogeki. Instead, whiff punishes it with his crouching heavy kick. Finds the space in the mid-screen, gets the full combo confirmation, confirms the level 1, and takes his 3rd World Warrior event in a row. And I mean, this is just great awareness here, by the way. I just want to highlight this interaction. The reason why Ryu players do things like whiff Hashogeki after doing the fireballs in the corner like this is because they'll whiff the Hashogeki to bait out a parry attempt, and when they see you tap parry because you're trying to parry the fireball that you think is being thrown there, because you can't really tell with the startup animation what he's doing, they then drive rush in and throw you to punish your whiff parry. Blaz shows great discipline to not parry any attempted fireball and sees the whiff Hashogeki and just easily whiff punishes it with Ed Sweep to get this pressure sequence started and to fight his way out of the corner to take the round and to take the tournament. 3 World Warrior events in a row. But around this time, remember, Blaz was playing Ken in Season 1. He's playing Ed in Season 2. Terry releases, and he shows that he's not no 1 or 2 trick pony. He picks up Terry, and in an offline tournament here, he's rocking Terry. Winners finals. Black Esports highlighting their players' achievements. Delay overhead drive rush. So delayed on that one. Gets the combo conversion against Cell's JP. Has him cornered here. Almost gets the trade combo on that stand media punch. And now it's time for the tackle loops. It is time for the tackle loops. Confirm into the Buster Wolf. Blaz gets a full extension. Now he's at tournament point here. Drive rush through the spike to get the confirmation. Mutual burnout between the 2 players. And the harassment begins. The harassment begins. They're singing the beat. Oompa, oompa. Blaz finally backs off when Cell comes out of burnout. But this was just a cruel experience here. Basically, this heavy power wave is extremely plus on block. It's naturally +5 on block. When you're in burnout, it's then +9. And it's also a projectile. So if you try to level 1 through this string and you get clipped by the power wave, level 1s lose to these projectiles. So after he does the power wave, you could just reversal level 1 to interrupt the heavy punch. But it's a guess if he does the heavy punch or not. So he's really abusing these plus frames and the fear that Cell has to not level 1 out of there. And Blaz is saying, hey, yeah, level 1 or you're going to hold this chip in this pressure. So just kind of toying with his food right there. Gives up when the stun or the burnout runs out. Checks the teleport, though. Gets the drive rush low. Last time he conditioned him with the drive rush overhead. And the sneaky drive rush overhead reset in the middle of the combo with the level 2 juggle. Blaz takes the tournament. Wins Black Kumite out there with Terry, showing that he just is a master of the game. He's playing multiple characters and winning tournaments in his region, left, right, and center. But he now has, of course, one more to secure his title in Capcom Cup. He has the World Warrior South America East number 5, the final World Warrior event. He is now 3 for 4 on winning these, getting third in the first one and winning the other 3. Can he make it so that he's 4 to 5 and secures his position to Capcom Cup? Well, at this point, he's in winners semis, and you might notice something strange about what you see on the screen. He's playing Ryu. In this top 8, Blaz decides to not pick Ken, not pick Ed, not pick Terry, but Ryu of all characters. And here he is up against Shaka in the winners semis. And check out the sequence. They're 1-1 here in this set. You can see the spacing and the options that Blaz is choosing puts them into mutual burnout with the Hashogeki pressure. Playing the footsie game with Dalsum here, being careful about the limbs. Looking for his spot to strike. Finds the whiff punish on the whiffed crouching medium punch from Shaka and does crouching medium punch buffered into level 1 to punish. This is just classic. Beautiful Street Fighter, like the spacing and the awareness on this, just the pressure that he exerts by being in the spacing itself so that Shaka is scared to go for any teleport or throw too many fireballs, and just being so ready when the moment occurs with the pushback to walk back subtly. After this first crouching medium punch, he blocks it. He takes a slight walk back out of the range to prevent him from getting 2 in a row, and is so ready for the whiff punish. Just beautiful classic Street Fighter right there with that confirmed to the level 1, and Blaz takes that round. However, in the end, here we have them 2-2, final game, final round in this set in the winner's side. Shaka working on a perfect, trying to zone Blaz out. Doesn't want him to get in, and finally finds the last hit at 47 seconds. This is like, what, a 52-second perfect for this round. I mean, they were really, really, really going the distance in this set. But Shaka finally puts Blaz into losers, who has been terrorizing this region for the majority of this season. But dropping down to losers, Blaz is undeterred. He ends up going through a crazy losers run, beating Liito 94 3-0 with Ryu. Dookie, the CPT South America West Premier qualifier and been to Capcom Cup before, out of that, 3-0. Crane, his fellow teammate, also another frequent appearer in the top 8 and grand finals of these tournaments, 3-0. All with Ryu this time, proving he's doing it with whatever character he chooses to put his mind to, until he goes up against Shaka once again in grand finals for the run back. And here we have Blaz at tournament reset point. Shaka trying to fight here to prevent the reset from happening to secure his win in one singular set. Gets the driver's jab to the tick throw. Baits out the level 3 heavy kick, heavy punch. Big, heavy combo damage starter for Ryu. And you know Ryu hits like a truck. Massive damage on this confirmation and punish into the level 3. But Shaka is alive with the dream. And how does it go? Beautiful whip punish. Just the awareness and the baits from Blaz. Just look how he sets this up. So post level 3, he's in burnout. It's going to be difficult for him to get strong Oki from this situation. So he just simply, in this moment, does a super small, just so subtle, walk forward, walk back to bait out the check from Shaka, and then just taps the light kick to punish the extension with the crouch heavy punch from Shaka's Dalsum to reset the bracket in grand finals. And now Blaz has the opportunity to earn his guaranteed spot into Capcom Cup and win 4 World Warrior qualifying tournaments in a row. But he's facing Shaka, Capcom Cup qualifier, winner of the regional finals last year. Blaz is in the corner, 2-2, final game, final round between these players. In burnout against Dalsum. holding his ground. Remember, at any point, a random DI can occur and put Blaz into the corner and stun him. Blaz will have to respond by jumping out of the way, throwing it, or getting the level 3 response. But he checks the drive rush with a grab, reacts to it, back throws him to the corner, and does meaty donkey kick, confirm into level 3. And now Shaka is suddenly in burnout in the corner in return. Jumps the fireball he does, but still caged here in the corner, waiting for his moment. The level 1 gets drive reversal, and this is checkmate, guaranteed sequence after getting that knockdown. The stare down, and Blaz secures his 4th World Warrior win and becomes the youngest player to ever qualify for a Capcom Cup with that interaction. And just to highlight that one more time, exactly what happened here. Once he secured this back throw, which was just ridiculous reactions here, right? So he sees the green, gets the back throw. Any DI at any moment would kill him, and then confirms into the level 3 there. Just beautiful turnaround. But also, once he has him in the corner, the way he approaches here to make sure he maintains positioning, this level 1 from Dalsum is buffed. It is essentially safe on block now. The fact that he recognized this opportunity to use drive reversal to knock him down to get the guaranteed win, because Dalsum with 2 bars has a reversal option that will beat DI. Level 2 is invincible. Level 1 from Dalsum is not invincible. It's just sort of safe on block depending on the distance. It was improved on block this patch. He was not going to be able to get a good punish from this distance against Dalsum. Maybe a sweep at best. It was questionable. But drive reversal, knocking Shaka down, sets up this guaranteed drive rush button, medium button into DI. There's no escaping for Shaka away from the situation because there's no invincible reversal to bust through the string. Gave Blaz the optimal punish to secure the tournament win and secure its qualification into Capcom Cup. So, once again, that makes Blaz, at 15 years old, the next prodigy in the world of fighting games and Street Fighter, and has broken the record for youngest qualifier into Capcom Cup, which does get me thinking about the parallels here, right? Ending Walker, the previous record holder for youngest player qualifying for Capcom Cup at 16 years old, also the best Street Fighter V Ed player on the planet, also qualified next year to Capcom Cup for the first Capcom Cup for Street Fighter VI with Ryu. So many parallels going on here. Blaz playing Ryu and Ed, Ending Walker playing Ryu and Ed. It's very interesting how the torch has sort of been passed in a way, and they might actually cross paths, barring that Ending Walker actually manages to qualify for Capcom Cup this season, and maybe they'll have more in common that they might realize up front. But this also got me thinking about how the game is evolving and the limits we're pushing here, because we're getting close to the age limit, the legal age limit for playing in the Capcom Pro Tour. Players must be at least 13 years of age as of the date of the tournament, and at least the age of the rating set by, or the rating set for Street Fighter VI in the country in which the tournament is held. So, depending on the rating of the game, there might end up being instances where extremely talented players just aren't allowed to play due to these age restrictions. So, it's interesting to think that maybe we will reach the day where our prodigies are even younger than this and are brushing up against what is allowed for these tournaments to actually have these players in these events. And that's all I have for this video. Congratulations again to Blaz for qualifying for Capcom Cup. I'm super excited to see his gameplay. I'm really impressed with all the high-level action I've seen from not only him, but all these players in the South America East region. Congratulations to all those players. I'm looking forward to the regional finals as well. Thanks for watching.